You're a moron. You know that, right? Probably not. You're so deluded. But anyways, the reason I didn't bother to read your sources is because every time I read a religious person's source, it's always laughable. And after at least skimming yours, I find I was correct in my assumption. The first one. The watchmaker argument is BS. Watches aren't made of self-replicating materials. They are made of inorganic matter. Thus, the two, life and watches, cannot be compared. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Your second source is, from the looks of it, just Bible passages. And passages from a book do not make it true. I don't know why you think that. The third one is just a really long and boring book about how it's important for Christians to be able to defend their beliefs, yet most can't. And I didn't see a section that says on how they're supposed to do that. And they don't have time to read a freaking book spelled all over that one. And if you to notice, your videos are only worth your finding because you're so funny. If you want me to report something else, then point out a passage or something. Whole books equals no. And their last source is a bunch of nonsense based solely on the Bible. I don't know why you insist on the idea that what is in a book can make it true, based solely that it is in the book. That is circular logic. This book is true because it says in this book that it is true. You're insane if you believe that. So they're happy I replied to your sources, your hard facts. And they were pathetic, as I suspected. And now that that's taken care of, you once again affirm that you're a moron. The King James Bible is God's word in English.
Now get a King James Bible. That's the true Bible. Everything in that is correct. The King James Bible, 1611, God's words in English.
What are you on? The King James Bible was translated by men in the 1600s. The only thing that's interesting or remarkable about that is that it became the first book to be printed in a printing press. Why in the world would God have his words written in one language when he had written in another, better language thousands of years later? If this God had his words written down, wouldn't he have kept it in the same language? Wouldn't he have had it written in the best language to begin with? It doesn't make sense. And you missed the point about the play on words. The name of a man who was supposed to be made from dirt is similar to dirt. Either God thought he was being funny, or the men who wrote the Bible, with no divine intervention whatsoever, were being funny. And it's funny how you call people stupid for thinking that the first men were black. Didn't you just say that Adam was the color of the earth?
But he was the color of the earth.
And fertile soil, which is what I would assume the Garden of Eden was made of, is black. The blacker the better the soil. So either Eden was crap for growing things, or you're a moron. Woman isn't a play on words. It's one word derived from other words. You really are a moron, aren't you? The Bible was right the first time. You think that you should stone anyone who works on Sunday to death? You think slavery is okay? What's wrong with you? The Bible is outdated and needs to go. Science, on the other hand, represents our understanding of the world. If religions had had their way, we'd probably still be thinking the sun went around the earth, or some other stupid moronic idea like that. But it's because of science's constant search for the answers, for the truth, that we know so much about our world. Religions, such as Christianity, hold people back, hold society back. The majority of very religious people are stupid people with little to no education. Why do you think that is? It's because smart people want to find out the answer. Stupid people would read one book and accept it as truth because someone told them so. And who's stolen people for capital punishment today? Anyone? I don't think so. It's barbaric and inhumane, especially for the reasons the Bible gives. But I do believe in capital punishment, where it is deserved. People who work on Sunday don't deserve to die. That's my opinion. I believe that any story that says something created us as we are now is moronic. I don't discriminate. There's too much evidence to the contrary. Evidence that we weren't always around and that other animals similar came before us. I find it amusing how you equate cavemen to a creation story. You're a moron. It's not worth explaining to you because you'll just ignore it. But really, how can you be so stupid? I cannot comprehend your stupidity. It's off the charts. But moving on. You think that a story about life originating in a garden is more realistic? Who would take care of the trees and such? God? Isn't he kind of busy running the universe that he just created? Burying dino fossils, making light travel faster than the speed of light, stuff like that. But anyways, you can't comprehend that maybe, just maybe, some men noticed the same thing about children and maybe made a story using children to represent early man because they're new and like children. You can't see that it all could just be a concocted story.
Instead of seeing what they want you to see, you gotta open your brain to the possibilities.